month. It actually feels kind of weird to be sitting here in front of my camera like this, recording a podcast, because it has been so long since I did it. I'm also trying to figure out how I want this setup to look. I've been moving my chair around and such, trying to get it figured out, but I can't quite get something that makes me feel completely comfortable with the way that it looks. But I think this is what we've got for now, and it's just gonna have to work. So let's all pray for my little Tascam and hope that it works out and I don't have issues with it, because this is the first time I've used this little guy in so long. I genuinely don't know the last time I recorded a formal podcast episode. The last podcast episode I uploaded was that crazy stupid one from literally a month ago when I was moving into my apartment, or my new house, for the first time. I was driving back home after my first trip down here to drop a bunch of stuff off, and I was just off the rails. Sorry about that, by the way. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you haven't seen that episode, you can watch it if you want. It's not like the rest of the episodes. It's nothing like this. It's nothing like any of the other episodes we've had. I recorded it in the car on my phone on a 4.5 hour drive. I recorded it on my voice memos on my phone, so I had to put stuff on the screen to keep your eyes occupied while I was talking, and it was clips of the drive and random memes and stuff popping up on I was in some kind of different world when I was filming and editing that. So check it out if you're interested in me not doing ASMR voice, not speaking softly, because I was not speaking softly whatsoever in that. I was literally just completely being myself and in a silly, goofy mood as I was saying in that, which kind of makes me sound like a cringe millennial saying it now, but is what it is. I've got a sweet and salty breve that I've been sipping on for the last little bit, and as you can see, I am in my new office. Now, if you have kept up with this podcast, you know that I did a lot of brainstorming and planning for what I wanted this room to look like, and you can probably tell that it looks nothing like that right now. It literally looks like a blank, empty room with my stuff sitting in it. Yeah, I have not gotten to this room yet. I have been here for a month today. Today is 1 month since I officially moved in, and I have put a lot of my focus into the rest of the house and not into this room. A lot of my focus and a lot of my money. I also put $3,000 into a motorcycle, so that's another update that I have for you guys. I have a motorcycle now. Maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek of it in this episode. I'll go out there and take a picture of it or something and throw it in here. But yeah, I've spent so much money. I've spent literally hundreds of dollars on the guest room in here, because I've already had 3 different guest periods. My mom came and visited, and then some of my friends from college came and visited. 3 of them came and stayed at the same time, so I really tried to get that room ready for them, and they just came last week. And then my boyfriend's mom just came by yesterday. She didn't stay the night or anything, but I had to clean the house, and I had been trying to get the guest room done, or semi-done, or looking decent enough to keep guests in there. So that's where all my time and money has gone. Literally hundreds of dollars and hours of planning and setting things up and whatnot in there. And so now that I've spent money on a motorcycle and I've been paying rent and I've been buying groceries and I spent money on the guest room and the living room, we did a whole wall of shiplap in the living room. That took forever, and it took $200 to do that. I just have not had the money to decorate in here, so I'll show you real quick. This wall, well, my freaking computer is blocking the whole thing. Hold on, breaking the fourth wall. So this corner I want to put bookshelves in, But bookshelves are freaking expensive, and I want big ones. I would love to have built-ins, but we're renting this house, so we can't really do built-ins here. But these walls are 10 feet tall is another thing, so I have to get tall things to make it look good in here, and tall things cost more money than short things. So I want to get 2, like, at least 3-foot wide bookshelves to put on each side of the corner there. And I've scavenged Facebook Marketplace quite a bit and found a few things on there for the house. But I haven't found bookshelves yet. And also, oh, please do not look at this freaking pimple on my face. I literally look like I have a skin tag on my face because this freaking pimple is driving me crazy. Anyways, what was I saying? I've found some bookcases on there, but there's not really any that are close enough for me to pick up because I have a tiny little car. And so my boyfriend would have to drive his truck to go get them. And they're all, like, any of the ones that I found have been like an hour or more away. And he cannot put those miles on his truck, so it's just been annoying. I can't find freaking bookshelves. But I think once I get the bookshelves, the room is going to feel a lot better, a lot more full, a lot more done, and I can start decorating their shelves. I do have some floating shelves, as you saw, some sitting over here, and I plan to put those, at least one of them, above my desk right here, because I've got, like 6 feet of empty space above the desk right now, because the ceilings are so tall. So I want to put one there, and then I have 2 more. And if I can't get if I can't get like bookshelves, like 6+ foot tall bookshelves sometime soon, I'm thinking about, here, I'll show you. Also, I'm wearing shorts, like sleep shorts, so please don't judge. I'm thinking of maybe putting one of these shelves here, and then I'll show you in a second. Maybe putting 1 or 2 of them there, because I have 3, and they're all 4 feet long, and they fit perfectly on that wall. And then this is a find from Facebook Marketplace. Let's see if I can undo it with one hand. Oh, it's backwards, hold on. I look like an idiot, I'm sorry. I only dressed the top half of me. Check that out. Isn't that cool? The only thing is, it's just this wall is like almost perfectly 4 feet wide. And so that takes up like the whole wall. But isn't it cool? This was $15, guys. I got this for $15 on Facebook Marketplace. I really like it. I've always wanted to have like a cool map in my office. But if I end up getting the bookshelves, I'll put this somewhere else, I guess. I don't know where though. And then the next step after getting either bookshelves or this hung up on this wall is, let me get this out of the way. The next step is to get some kind of sofa, like a small reading sofa, or one of the extra wide or like oversized round chairs, you know what I'm talking about, the big old things. I want something to sit there so that I can sit on that for my podcast. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. I'm gonna get something there, but I need to find something that fits because this chair blocking the whole way, because it goes over to this corner, and I need to figure out what I'm gonna put in this corner. Maybe a corner shelf or something. I've got this little table right here right now, but it's tiny. You can't see it because I've got all of these freaking decorations and junk piled up right here. But it goes to this closet door, and the cat's litter boxes are in this closet, along with this little dresser type thing that is storage for like my ASMR stuff and the cat stuff. Sorry, I literally like have the worst setup to show you guys all this stuff right now. We're just going crazy with the fourth wall today, I guess. But yeah, I've got that tiny little storage thing I got from Amazon in there, and it came with an LED strip, 2020 that's what we're working with right now. It's a mess in here. It doesn't look perfect by any means whatsoever. And I really want to get it done in here because I think it could be so cool in here. But I'm just like trying not to spend all my money at once. I also have a ton of these. I have a 12-pack of these, and they're, how big are these? I think they're probably 2 feet by 2 feet, so 24 by 24. And I have a 12-pack, so they take up a good bit of surface area when they're on the wall or on the ceiling or something. I really think it would be cool to do them on the ceiling, but it would be such a hassle to put them up there. And it would be a spider haven. But I need to find somewhere to put those. It's just hard to put those somewhere without them looking like commercial or tacky or something. I don't know. I need to sit down and plan it out, but I just haven't. Oh, and then on this side of my desk, I guess we're just doing a tour. Intentional tour of this whole room. So that's what I've got going on right here. I had those panels, you remember I had those behind me at my other desk set up. They're acoustic panels actually, so they absorb sound really well, so I thought it would make sense to just sit them right there behind where I record videos. And then I've got these random little things sitting here because I just didn't have anywhere else to put them. And then I've got just like junk sitting everywhere else that I need to figure out where to put. There's Butters. Need to figure out where to put her too. Yeah, so unfortunately a month into living here, this is the state of my office. I just need some more money. I need to, but I don't want to spend all of my money on it right now because I've been spending so much money on other stuff. But it's coming together. It's getting there. Slowly. Not really. I really haven't made any progress in here. I've not hung one single thing in here. I will say though, the little dresser thing right there, and then the one that I have right here on this side of my desk, I did just get those because I had so many like boxes full of my ASMR stuff and my cat stuff just sitting on the floor in here, like the rest of this stuff is sitting on the floor in here right now. And it was driving me absolutely insane. I literally like barely could walk in here because there was so much stuff just sitting on the floor everywhere. And so I did get some of it organized, but there is still a lot to be organized and a lot to be taken care of. You know, that wall map thing and the extra the floating shelves could go good on that wall right there, because that wall I think is wider than 4 feet. But I need to leave that door open so that the cats can get in and out of there. So like it's gonna end up being halfway covered up. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I also have to use this bedroom as like an extra guest bedroom for when we have more than 2 guests, or when we have guests that are comfortable sleeping in the same bed. Because my college friends, 2 of them were my roommates, and another one was a guy, and he was from my rowing team, and he's friends with my boyfriend as well. So all 3 of them came together, but obviously all 3 of them did not sleep in the same room together or the same bed, because 1, there's 3 of them, and that's a queen bed, and 2 of them were girls, and 1 of them was a guy, and they're all just friends. So I had to set up an air mattress in here for him so that he could have a room, and they stayed in the guest room, and so I kind of have to leave some extra room in here for that air mattress. It's just a whole conundrum. So all of that to say, if any of you brilliant little people have any ideas for my setup, or, you know, if you have a suggestion for a little couch or seat that I can sit on, I don't want it to be something tiny. Like, that's a bench right now, and I'm obviously not going to just go sit on that to record because that's not comfortable. I need, like, a couch, or, like, not a couch, but, like, a tiny sofa or one of those oversized chairs, you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? If I'm paying attention to editing, I'll put a picture of it on here. But if you have a suggestion for that, let me know. I'm also open to like a fold out thing, so that it could turn into a bed for guests. But nobody likes to sleep on a pull out couch. I'll just, you know what, scratch that. Pretend I never said that, because the air mattress was really comfy. I put a mattress topper on top of it, and it was amazing. And there's no need for me to have a pull-out couch because it would just be less comfortable and take up more space. I wish I could do built-ins though, because I want to put something above that window. I might just have to do curtains really high up. It's just so hard with such tall ceilings, which I love tall ceilings. Lots of potential, but it just takes more money, and I just don't really have much money right now to be spending on all that. Yeah, let me know if you have ideas, especially if you have ideas for those green panel things. The ones that I showed you that are 24 by 24. I really want to put them somewhere, but I just can't decide where a good place for them would be. Where they would look like they're in place. Maybe above the window. I don't know. Yeah, that's where we're at in here right now. Okay, so, yes, I got a motorcycle. I got a Kawasaki Ninja 300. It's a 2016, and I actually got very lucky with it. It's in amazing condition. It has some really good upgrades, brand new tires. He took the baffler, I think it's called, out of the exhaust, so it's very loud. And it doesn't quite sound like a 300. It definitely sounds a little more like a bigger bike, which I don't really care that much about, but I do like that it's louder so that people will hear me when I'm on the road. It's safer. And it's red. And it had less than 7,000 miles on it, which is really good for a 2016, almost 10-year-old bike. Less than 7,000 miles. It had a tinted windscreen. He gave me 2 pairs of gloves with it. What else? It has the grippy things on the side for where your legs go, and on the gas tank. It has new, the clutch and the front brake. Whatever those things are called that you pull on. Those were upgraded. Those were not, I want to say factory, but you know what I'm talking about. They're upgraded. They're not, whatever came originally on the bike. Sorry, I promise I know the language better than it seems right now. I'm just blanking on a lot of things. And I've been learning to ride it slowly, very slowly. Definitely taking it at my own pace, and my pace is very slow. I know, I'm actually very, very glad that I did not do the MSF first, and that I got a bike, and I am taking my time to learn things, and learning with my boyfriend in my neighborhood, with a person that I'm comfortable with, and in a place that I'm comfortable being, and on my own bike. I think, honestly guys, I think if I had gone and done the MSF without doing this first, I might have failed the test. I don't know, maybe not, because the way that they teach is definitely way different than the way that my boyfriend teaches, and their teaching might have helped me to learn faster, but I was really, really nervous to get started on it, and I think that's a big part of it. I'm just nervous, because I've never ridden anything like this. The closest thing I've ever ridden was a four-wheeler. I used to ride four-wheelers around all the time as a kid, and as a teenager, but never a two-wheeler, never a motorcycle. Especially being on the street, it's very different. Which I haven't left my neighborhood street. I have literally gone up and down the same street. I haven't even made a right turn yet, and I've had it for weeks. But I only get on it for like 10 to 20 minutes a day. I did at one point take a week-long break, and that was a mistake because I got back on it after a week of not riding it and got very nervous again. Almost fell doing U-turns a few times. I've already dropped it once. I dropped it, I think the second time I rode it, I dropped it when I was coming to a stop because I had my wheel turned and I stalled while I was stopping. After going like 10 miles an hour, came to a stop, had my wheel turned, and when I was first learning, I would get the front brake and the clutch mixed up. I know it's stupid, but I would. And instead of letting go of the front brake, I let go of the clutch, had my wheel turned all the way right, and it went, and I dropped it. I almost dropped it yesterday, actually, when I was coming to a stop. Not because I had my wheel turned or I dumped the clutch or anything, but just because I don't know what I did. I think I just, like, came to a very slow stop and put my foot down, my left foot down too late, and, like, was holding it, trying not to drop it, and brought it back up. I was like, I'm not dropping this thing again. But yeah, I did drop it once, and I freaked out when I dropped it that one time because it wouldn't start back up after. But I saw a video, I saw an Instagram reel, which I have been on motorcycle Instagram for the last, since I've had my motorcycle. Honestly, before, I was getting tons of motorcycle videos all over my Instagram page, and I saw one the other day, and it was a guy that was riding. He was a beginner rider, and he crashed, but it wasn't a big crash. He was making a left turn near an interstate or a highway, and it was one of those where it gives you a place to U-turn, and he target fixated on the kind of median area that there was while he was turning left, and so he stopped going left and started going straight and hit that median area very slowly and just dropped his bike. It wasn't like a huge crash. He didn't fall off or anything. He just, like, bumped into it and dropped his bike. And his bike would not start back up for, like, 5 minutes of him sitting there, like, cranking it, trying to get it to go. And it's because there is some setting on motorcycles where if you drop your bike or if you crash, it's called something. I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna look it up, actually. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I think I sent it to my boyfriend. I'll find the video. But there's some setting on there where if you drop your bike, it will not let it start back up. It's some setting. Okay, whatever, guys. It's some setting where it won't turn back on because it can damage the bike. You just have to turn that key off and back on. It won't let your bike start back if you drop it. That's it. That's all I can give you. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember why. But it could damage your bike, and so it's some factory setting. That's it. Sorry. Sorry, giving you nothing once again, as always. Also, I think this podcast episode is going to be pretty short compared to most of them because I have 4 million videos to record. I have them all written down right here. Like, each of these little dots is a video that I have to record. Because I'm a little behind right now, if you couldn't tell by my slight lack of presence on YouTube. I've been doing a lot more work with the brand that I work with. If you watch me on TikTok, you probably know which brand I'm talking about. It's a sleep supplement brand. It's called Lullabites. Lullabites. It's, I'll show you real quick. You've probably seen them on TikTok. They're pretty popular. I make videos for their ASMR page, and I have a bunch of videos to make for them. And they also want me to live stream for them tomorrow on TikTok, so I'm going to be doing that for 2 hours tomorrow. So if you watch me on TikTok, be on the lookout for that. I think it's going to be around 5 or 6 p.m. Central Time on the Sleep ASMR page. Their page on TikTok is literally called Sleep ASMR or Lullabites ASMR. So be on the lookout for that. Come join. It's going to be my first live stream for them. And I'm kind of nervous because they want me to be salesy, and I'm sure that I'm capable of that. It's just not something I've ever done before, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. I really like working with them, actually. They've been really good to me, and making videos for them has been fun. They give me a lot of creative freedom. So yeah, I enjoy doing that. Check them out on TikTok and come watch my live stream tomorrow. I would love to see some of you guys there and chat with you for a couple hours. I also did another live stream on my page for the first time in over a month, about 2 or 3 days ago, and it went really well. I had so much fun, so I want to do more live streams on there as well. So make sure you're following me on TikTok. Make sure you're following the Sleep ASMR page on TikTok, or Lullabites ASMR. Their username is Sleep ASMR, and then their name is Lullabites ASMR. So you'll find them by searching either of those, and you'll see all the videos are of me doing ASMR with their gummies in it. Follow both those pages, and be on the lookout for my live streams. I think you can turn on notifications for live streams, maybe on TikTok. I think if you just turn on notifications for my page, it'll give you a notification if I go live. But yeah, this podcast is gonna be kind of short, and I know it wasn't super fun. I just sat here and literally talked about my office the whole time and my motorcycle. Is there anything else I need to update you guys on? Living at the beach is fun. I've only gone to the beach like 4 times, and every single time that I've gone to the beach has been because I've had guests here that want to go to the beach. I've not been going to the beach that often, which is very surprising to me and probably everybody else. I thought that I would be going like every single day, but I haven't. But tourist season is coming to an end, and I think once tourists are gone, it'll be a lot more enjoyable to just go to the beach for whenever I want, however long I want, and like just dip in the ocean and leave. I'm very excited about it. That's something I've wanted for a long time. You guys know that because I know I made a video about it, or a podcast about it, months ago, months and months ago, talking about how my dream life was to live on the beach and be able to just go to the beach whenever I want, and now I'm here, and I don't even barely go to the beach. But I do dress kind of cute. I dress a little beachy now. I carry around a tote bag instead of a belt bag. So, there's been some fundamental changes to reflect my life at the beach, which I've enjoyed. My guest room is very coastal. I'll pop a picture in here. Again, if I'm paying attention while I'm editing. Let's see, what all I have to do. I have to do this podcast. I need to get it uploaded today. Today's Tuesday. I need to get a YouTube video up for tomorrow, which I've had one recorded for the last week. I just haven't edited or uploaded it. I need to get my TikToks recorded for the week. I need to get my lullaby videos done for the week. I have 2 custom videos to do. Guys, if you want custom videos, again, I've said this in my YouTube videos before, like my regular YouTube videos, but send me an email at this email. I've been doing customs recently, and I've really loved doing them. They've helped me out a lot financially. Now that I'm out here, on my own, paying rent and paying my freaking car payment. I have to pay my freaking car payment now for the next 3 years, and buying groceries and living and whatnot. So if you would like to help me out with that and also get your own custom ASMR video, shoot me an email. I will send you a form to fill out with prices and all the information you need to possibly do a custom video. And you can literally request whatever you want for the video. You can request different microphones, depending on your requests. It'll determine like your quote and how much the video will cost. And also, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say something else. What was I gonna say? I can't remember. I had a weird dream last night, and it keeps popping into my head and then going away. Has that ever happened to y'all? I will have dreams about 4 million different things in my dreams, and then like an image of the dream will pop into my head randomly during the day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that happened, and then it fades away into nothing. It floats away into the air, and I can't remember it anymore. Why are dreams so hard to remember? I don't get that. I don't understand why dreams are so freaking hard to remember. I don't know. I wish I knew the science behind that, but also I don't care enough to look it up. But yeah, customs, reach out. Oh, I was gonna say that I don't accept all custom requests, because there are people out there that request inappropriate things, or just things that I either am unable to produce with the level of production that I have here, or I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So I will preface with that. Not everything will be accepted, but if it's something that's, obviously not inappropriate or something that I'm able and comfortable to produce, then I will happily do that. I think I've only turned down 1 custom request before. The rest I have done, and it's been a lot, so it's actually not been that many, but I've done customs for at least 5 or 6 different people, and a few people have had recurring requests. So yeah, reach out, talk to me. I'd love And then I have to get a video done for Friday. I'm trying to get back in the groove of YouTube now that I'm actually settled here for the most part, except for my office. Back in the groove of YouTube, doing streams again. I have been consistent posting TikToks every day, which is nice. I need to start posting on like Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts again too. Oh, there's just so much going on, you guys. But I wanted to sit down and record a podcast episode for you guys, give you an update on what's going on. And that's where we are right now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the podcast episode here. I know it's short, but like you saw, I have 4 million things to do because I'm so behind, and so I'm going to try to get as much done as I can today so that I can be more consistent on all my platforms again. Yeah, look out for live streams. Again, follow that Lullabites ASMR account on TikTok. I'll be doing a live stream on there tomorrow around probably 5 or 6 p.m. Central. And follow my TikTok if you haven't. And hopefully I'll have another podcast episode for y'all next week, a more normal one. And maybe this office will look at least a little more put together by then. Hopefully it doesn't look the exact same by then. I'm working on it, okay? Maybe I'll freaking record my podcast episode in the guest room because it's so well put together in there, and not in here. That's gonna be all. Thank you guys so much for watching and bearing with me through this interesting time of figuring things out. It just feels like we've always got things changing. We're always figuring stuff out. We're never settled. I feel like I've been in that same state of trying to get settled for like a year now. Well, honestly, the last like 4 years, because I've moved around so much. I really hope that I can live here for more than a year. We only have a year lease signed for here right now. But if they'll let us sign for like a couple more years, that would be ideal. Because I'm so tired of moving. Alright, I'm gonna let you go. Come join my live streams. Be on the lookout for a YouTube video tomorrow. I have one recorded from literally over a week ago. I can't even remember what the video is. I'm gonna go edit it though. And I'll see you soon. I love you guys so much. Sorry we didn't do APOD or songs of the week. We'll do it next week, okay? I love you guys so much.